In 2 Kings chapter 10, the story continues as Jehu, newly established as king over Israel, carries out the judgment spoken by the Lord. What began in Jezreel now spreads throughout the kingdom as Jehu moves quickly and decisively. At this time, there are 70 sons of Ahab living in Samaria, cared for by the city leaders and guardians. Jehu sends letters to them, challenging them to place one of Ahab's sons on the throne and prepare for battle. But the leaders are terrified. They decide to submit rather than resist, fearing Jehu's power after he killed Kings Joram and Ahaziah. Jehu sends another message, ordering them to kill Ahab's sons. Fearing Jehu's power, the leaders carry out the command. The 70 sons are removed, and their remains are delivered to the gates of Jezreel in baskets. The next morning, Jehu addresses the people. He reminds them that everything happening is the fulfillment of the word the Lord spoke through Elijah. Jehu continues his purge, removing all who remain connected to Ahab in Jezreel, his officials, close friends, and priests, until no one is left. As Jehu travels toward Samaria, he meets relatives of Ahaziah, king of Judah. Unaware of the danger, they explain they are visiting the royal family. Jehu orders them to be captured, and 42 men are killed there, ensuring no remnant of the dynasty remains. Further along, Jehu meets Jehonadab, son of Rechab. Jehu asks if his heart is loyal, and then invites him into his chariot. When Jehu arrives in Samaria, he destroys all who remain from Ahab's household, completely ending the dynasty. But Jehu's mission does not stop. He now turns against the worship of Baal, using deception to gather all the worshippers together. He calls for all the prophets and priests of Baal to gather at the temple, claiming he will serve Baal more than Ahab did. The temple becomes filled from one end to the other. Jehu carefully ensures that no servants of the Lord are present among them. Once the rituals are complete, he gives the signal. The guards rush in, and the worshippers of Baal are struck down. Jehu's men destroy the sacred pillar of Baal and tear down the temple. In this way, Jehu removes Baal worship from Israel. Yet despite all this, Jehu does not fully follow the Lord. He continues the sins of Jeroboam, keeping the golden calves at Bethel. Because of his actions against Ahab, the Lord promises that Jehu's descendants will sit on the throne to the 4th generation. During Jehu's reign, the Lord begins to reduce the size of Israel. Hazael, king of Aram, attacks the eastern territories. Hazael conquers lands belonging to Gad, Reuben, and Manasseh, weakening the kingdom's reach. Jehu reigns in Samaria for 28 years. When he dies, he is buried there, and his son Jehu becomes king. This chapter marks a major turning point. Jehu fulfills God's judgment, yet stops short of complete obedience. The story reveals that partial obedience still leaves deeper problems unresolved in the hearts of the people. Next comes 2 Kings chapter 11, where a hidden child becomes the key to preserving the kingdom of Judah.